So in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to actually learn from mistakes as a video editor. Let's get into the video. So you're gonna learn today how to actually transform mistakes to learning lessons, which is really crucial to actually learn from your mistakes and actually do not think, oh yeah, I'm a bad person and everything, like suicidal thoughts or something like that. Generally, I'm gonna teach you how to make these negative thoughts to more like positive thoughts. So let's get into the video. So first of all, I want to say my biggest mistake that I ever made as a video editor in my career is overthinking and not taking action. Like, I know there's so many video editors who are struggling with this. So that's why I made this point first. Because there's so many video editors who actually, maybe there's not so much, but I think there's like so many video editors that can relate to this problem, which is which software to actually pick, because there's DaVinci Resolve, there's Final Cut Pro, there's DaVinci like Premiere Pro, there's Sony Vegas Pro or something like that. There's CapCut, there's Film Cut Pro, or like I already said it, but like there's so much options to like pick and choose and to use. Like there's so much stuff to going on because there's actually no clear answer to the video, like which software to pick. I'm just gonna make not gonna make a whole video like about it, like the top 5 softwares to use and everything. Like I'm just gonna say you pick one software and stick to it. If that works, that works. Like if I had to choose for you which software to pick, I would just pick Premiere Pro, because then you will have like the best learning curve, because there's way too much videos on every single problem that you would have and you face as a video editor, and these bugs and everything in Premiere Pro especially. Like yeah, there's every effect that you could imagine. Like there's everything, like basically everything, and there's so much information that you can learn, and it will make your editing way faster. So that's a little tip. So the next thing would be, I already know how to do this. Like I was saying that like a few months ago, like when I was using DaVinci Resolve, I already know how to do this. Why do I need to create this actual animation? Because I already know this, like in my mind, like actually, yeah, I knew, but actually don't take action, because that's the most important part, to actually learn, but not just like cope. Oh yeah, I'm good at video editing. I know how to actually edit like Eman Gadget. It's like, yeah, like I got your point, but like in generally, I was coping with my like edits. Like I knew how to do stuff, but I wasn't actually that good. Like when I was exposed, like really exposed to the Twitter, aka X, and today's modern world, like to the actual edits, like how crazy the edits are for other video editors and their learning curve, which is just amazing to see. Like the editing community just is so wholesome and supportive to everyone. So shout out to everyone who is watching, like video editors who is on also Twitter. So yeah, follow me on Twitter basically. And these two things were stopping me to attack my potential. And these mistakes are so painful, because they wasted basically 6 months or so. So yeah, it's a long time, but here I'm now. Like I'm editing on Premiere Pro for some reason. I don't know why I switched actually, but here am I, like editing way better, and I'm way confident with my edits and everything. So it is what it is. I want you to walk through these 5 points that I think is gonna change your life and perspective on mistakes, how you perceive mistakes. So they would be like understanding mistakes, reframing mistakes, process of learning, be grateful for it, and make mistakes. Like the last point is really weird, but yeah. So the first point would be understand mistakes. Like let's define them actually. So what is actually a mistake? Like I pulled this from the Google under some university, like Nerd University or something like that. and it is basically an action or decision that is wrong or produces a result that is not correct or not intended. Like, as video editors, we have like a lot of mistakes that we make, we don't know about it, like that's a skill issue. Like, for example, like that's why we make mistakes, because it's a skill issue, and it's okay to make mistakes because we actually are humans, and it is like okay, it's just okay, bro. But it is like a skill issue towards like you don't have that much experience at first, like you don't know how to actually do this thing because you do in your own way. And for example, you don't know how to like actually correctly animate keyframes, and you accidentally put random keyframe that isn't supposed to be there, and the animation just glitched out to like teleports to another position, which looks terrible. And I understand that because I already make a lot of those mistakes, but you gotta understand and learn from these mistakes. And you gotta also understand that machines do not make mistakes. Like, kinda they do, because humans program machine if like human do not like program machine, right? Like the code, actual the step by step what it actually needs to do, the machine is gonna make mistakes because human makes mistakes. Like, you know, that works. Like, for example, ChatGPT and all these older softwares that are like programmed and human programmed, and they have like down below, for example, ChatGPT, you can't make mistakes because human programmed it, and it doesn't have that much like data and data set for you, and like in the real world information and everything. So it is what it is, but it is way better than, like, for example, human mistakes. Like, yeah. So that is the first point. Next point would be reframing mistakes. Oh boy. So let's reframe mistakes. So let's basically reframe mistakes and, you know, like fix our mindset about the mistakes, like obsession and beliefs about mistakes. Oh yeah, mistakes are bad and everything. Mistakes does not make you weaker or worse. Like, understand that. Mistakes, like, we perceive mistakes like really bad thing. Like, I don't know why actually, but we just as human beings like perceive mistake, we did something wrong. Well, that's kind of right, because like, for example, 10,000 years ago or so, when we were living in tribes, and if you did something wrong, they would basically kick you out and you would be alone. You have this anxiety, like evolutionary, from the evolutionary standpoint, you will just, if you do the mistake, oh no, I'm just gonna die or something like that. We have this anxiety built inside. It's like, it is what it is. We cannot do anything about it basically. And you have to like change your beliefs about mistakes, and the belief would be mistakes make you more stronger and capable, not weaker and worse. Like, you need to understand, you should be actually fucking grateful that you make mistake. And because without them, you cannot actually progress as human beings. You cannot progress and get this feedback, like this feedback loop. When you make a mistake, oh yeah, I should actually fix this, and I should actually fix this problem, and I should improve this, adjust this and everything. Yeah, so that's actually how editors learn from each other, like, and give value. And you also gotta understand, if you make mistakes, you're actually doing something wrong. Like, that is understandable. Like, yeah, I do something wrong, and like, do not like blame your PC or your parents that you cannot make animation good enough. Like, it's their not fault. It's like your fault, like in most cases at least. But that is your fault. That is not your PC's fault. If your PC like glitches out, probably that's your fault, because it cannot actually handle the workflow, like the workload and everything. So it's not like supposed to be like used like that. Like, the software is not supposed to like handle 1 million layers at once. So just think logically, and you will understand why your software glitches out or something like that, or your keyframe, it doesn't look good, or just analyze it like not emotionally, but think like logically, why do I have this mistake and how do I fix it? The third point would be process of learning. Actual, ask this question: or multiple questions, let's just say. What could I do next time to not make this mistake? Like, just analyze it. Like, ask these questions when you have like a problem, when you you made this mistake and you cannot change the past. Like, you know, you cannot change the past, but you can affect the future and change the future. Let's just say your future self. So yeah. Next question would be, maybe there's a different way to do it. Like, there's obviously 1 million gazillion ways to how to do the same effect, for example in Premiere Pro or After Effects or any software that you're using, so that is good. Like, there's also like faster ways how to do it, there's slower ways, but you have to have like your creativity and solving problems skills to actually solve the problem. So that also increase your solving problem skills and logic thinking and everything. Like, it's good. Does this work or doesn't? Like, does the keyframes look smooth or not? Does not smooth? Like that is like taste preference, but in general, you will understand unconsciously. Like your brain is gonna click. It doesn't look smooth, so it doesn't really work, so I should like actually change something or adjust the keyframe, like the curve or something like that. Is this faster or not? This is like more towards productivity based. Like, is this like workflow is really good for me, and is it gonna stay in like for a long time and gonna implement into my future projects that I'm gonna make or something like that? That is like a little productivity tip. So, fix the cause, not the symptom. The cause would be the actual, like, why you got bad results, like symptom. Like, for example, cause would be you accidentally put a random keyframe in your animation, like it glitches out and everything. And the symptom would be, why the fuck it looks good? Maybe not good, but bad. And maybe you just had to like put like posterized time, which is basically an After Effects effect that makes the time frames look glitchier. For example, you put 4 value and they would go 4 frames per second, so it basically simulates frames per second in the animation, and it's not gonna solve the problem, the actual cause of the glitching, like the glitchiness. Maybe, yeah, kind of well, but it'll look like even weirder. So it's not gonna actually fix the problem. So you actually need to find the cause. What actually causing this problem to actually glitch out and randomly pop to this random location that it's the animation, the object is supposed to be, or some PNG or something like that. So that is actually like a nice tip that I want you to teach. So this is the third point, and the next point would be grateful for it. So like the making mistakes. Generally, like mistakes is like a gift from the universe. Like, act like it. Like, yeah, I know it's your own fault that you made mistakes, but act like it's a gift from the universe. I don't know if you believe some God or some universe or something like that, but just act that it's like a gift for some from the higher power or something like that. Like woo-woo shit, but yeah, it kind of works like that. You gotta also understand that most successful video editors have made the most mistakes. That's why they are actually successful, like in those terms. Like, they make the most mistakes, they learn from the mistakes, right? And they learn so much learning lessons. They implemented the feedback and how to actually optimize this. This is better, this is not better. Like, they actually analyze these mistakes and implement new learning lessons into their workflow. And their workflow is way faster, way better. The videos are actually way better. You can literally learn more stuff than actually watching videos. So like YouTube videos. And if you, for example, make mistakes, you will learn like personally. Like if I make mistakes, I accidentally learn. So it's not like accidentally actually make mistakes that I'm supposed to make, but I made them. And I learn from them. Like, yeah, YouTube videos are really good to explain why you made this mistake, but you actually need to solve this problem by yourself and you will understand better. And remember that you need to make you cannot like make this keyframe at that time so it would look like really shitty, you know. So you will understand that and your expectations, like not expectations but experience of the actual video editing process is gonna increase. So that's also nice. You can test yourself by like, I don't know what I meant by you can test yourself, but I think it is like you can test yourself like if you make this mistake or not, because maybe in my brain, for example, when I was telling about the story in the second slide, why I don't take action, because in my head I knew like how to do this effect, but in reality I don't know how to do this effect. So test yourself if you actually can make this animation, and if you do like make mistakes, it's gonna be like a learning lesson for you, and you can share with us like a video editor community in Twitter, something like that, make a top 5 learning lessons that I learned from video editing, and you can make a thread and you can get like value, provide value, like yeah, that's like other stuff, but that's a nice side point that I want to mention. So that would be the fourth point. And the last point would be make mistakes, like on purpose. You have to mistakes on purpose, like purposefully make mistakes and just gonna try new things, like go and try new things that you never tried, like this effect, like yeah, it's gonna suck and everything, like yeah, that's a mistake why you actually did that. You need to understand why actually it looks so bad, like why it does a glitch out and everything. So on purpose, so like make mistakes, like try new things basically, and go and try to replicate stuff, because that is the actually way to actually learn new things and make mistakes. And even if it's super hard, like replicate, like that is like out of your skill level, like it's bad advice, but I would say just try, even if you do not think you cannot replicate because your skill is not so good enough and you have basically skill issues. And but the thing is that you actually tried, and you're gonna analyze that, oh, I cannot actually do it, and that's a mistake, I cannot actually do that, I need to improve my skills and everything. You will understand and get exposed that what is your actual editing level, and your ego is gonna like die, and you're just gonna hit your ego and everything. So it's also nice. It will take time to resolve it. If you decide to actually resolve the issue and fight for your life to actually resolve this issue. So for example, when you trying like a client's project, then you obviously need to resolve like some issue if a client is not happy about it. So yeah, that is really sucks, but that's the part of the game. So another advice that I want you to give is try to solve problems step by step. So for example, just test out all effects. Like for example, it doesn't look good or something like that, the glitch out. Just try out all effects, like disable one effect after another effect, and see what it does. Like put like effects like on top, or like for example PNG or to like from like transform, because the layers like really matter, at least in Premiere Pro. Like they affect the looks and the actual result of the like animation, for example. So anyway, step by step. So these are 5 things that I want you to learn today. If you actually learned something from this video, then make sure to subscribe, because I'm gonna make more videos like these. And thank you for watching this video, and see you later. Peace.